West Midlands Police have now confirmed that they met with MP Ayub Khan to discuss football banning orders, and that revelation has triggered major questions about how much influence political figures and potentially religious interests may be having over operational policing decisions. We'll dive into this story in today's video, but before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Right now, only 12% of viewers are subscribed, so join the community and help us grow. MPs are, of course, free to represent their constituents, but Britain's system is built on two core principles. Policing must be independent and government must remain secular. Once those boundaries start to blur, public trust begins to erode. Many people are concerned not simply because an MP spoke to the police, but because of the context surrounding it. Ayub Khan is a prominent figure within the Muslim community, and the fear is not about his faith itself, but about whether any religious or community pressure is being used to shape police decisions. This is where the alarm bells ring. Policing must never be influenced by religious groups, religious expectations, or religious leaders, no matter which faith is involved. Britain's democracy relies on a strict separation between religious interests and the enforcement of law. When an MP is seen engaging with police leadership on matters that affect enforcement, bans, or public behaviour, it creates a genuine concern. Were these decisions made objectively, or were they shaped by political and religious pressure? This situation requires transparency. The public deserves to know why the meeting happened, what was discussed, and whether any undue influence was exercised. If the police are being lobbied, directly or indirectly, by political figures representing religious blocs, then that is a problem for everyone, no matter their background. The heart of the issue is simple. Policing must remain independent, politics must remain secular, and the public must be protected from any form of undue influence, political, ideological, or religious. Until these questions are answered openly, confidence in the West Midlands Police will continue to be shaken. The public has a right to clarity, and accountability must follow. Have a watch of this.
You said you'd had no political pressure locally, but you spoke to the local MP. Is that normal? Would you normally speak to the local MP about matches?
Yeah, we speak to the MPs all the time, the local police commanders do, and if we've got a particular issue in a locality, we'd always try and speak to the local MP. Customer practice, nothing out of the ordinary for that at all.
You had a conversation about the young boys game with them, did you, as well? You had the conversation about the young boys match with the MP as well?
I don't know if they'd approached us to have a conversation about that at all.
So the MP approached you to have the conversation?
I think it was the club, actually.
The club approached the MP?
The football club, so Aston Villa, I think, had been approached by the MP.
Right.
Aston Villa then asked, I think it was Birmingham City Council, for the SAG responsibility side of things, and ourselves, to meet with the MP. And it was, from our perspective, of course we're going to meet.
What you've just heard raises a fundamental issue that cannot be ignored. Policing must remain completely independent, and politics must remain free from any form of religious or community pressure. When an elected official appears to have direct influence over operational police decisions, especially in a context where religious or community expectations may be involved, the public is right to demand answers. This is not about anyone's personal faith. It's about the principle that no religion, no political group, and no community bloc should ever be able to shape the way the law is applied. Britain's institutions depend on transparency, neutrality, and the absolute separation of policing from political or religious influence. The public deserves clear explanations. What was discussed? Why was this meeting held? And did it affect decisions that should have been entirely evidence-based? In other news, a British man has been arrested in Kiev for allegedly spying for Russia and helping to facilitate the assassinations of high-profile Ukrainians. Ross David Cutmore, 40, is accused of being hired by Russia's FSB intelligence service to carry out targeted killings on the territory of Ukraine between 2024 and 2025. Mr. Cutmore, originally from Dunfermline, has been accused of importing and distributing arms used in the killings of 2 activists and a politician in Ukraine. The Briton arrived in Ukraine in 2024 and helped train recruits in the city of Mykolaiv. Early reports suggested the 40-year-old was a British Army veteran. However, it is understood that he does not have any formal military experience. Records indicate that Mr. Cutmore attended the Glasgow and Strathclyde University Officers Training Corps, but left after just 1 year. Ukrainian authorities claim he passed sensitive information to Moscow in exchange for money, including the positions of Ukrainian forces, training sites, and the identities of service members. A Foreign Office spokesman confirmed it is providing consular assistance to a British man detained in Ukraine. A statement issued by the Kyiv prosecutors after his arrest in October said, "In May 2025, he passed on the coordinates of the locations of Ukrainian units, photographs of the training facility, and information about military personnel that could be used to identify them." In addition, analysis of his correspondence confirmed that he had carried out other tasks for the benefit of the Russian special services. According to investigators, the Briton was approached by FSB officers after he had posted adverts in pro-Russian social media channels offering his services. Ukrainian intelligence agency SBU said he was provided instructions for constructing an improvised explosive and the coordinates of a weapons cache containing a handgun and 2 loaded magazines. A statement issued by the intelligence agency read, "The SBU counterintelligence service exposed the enemy collaborator in advance, documented his crimes, and detained him at his temporary residence in the Ukrainian capital." The investigation is ongoing to establish all the circumstances of the crime and its additional classification. The perpetrator is in custody. The SBU added that Mr. Cutmore faces up to 12 years in a Ukrainian prison if he is convicted. The father of the arrested Briton, Ross John Cutmore, told The Telegraph he was lost for words at the charges his son is facing in Ukraine. He told the newspaper, "It came as a shock to me. I'm just a normal person. I go to work, just living my life, normal family." Mr. Cutmore is accused of assisting in the killing of 31-year-old Ukrainian blogger Demian Hanel, who was shot dead in Odessa in March 2024. He is also alleged to have helped orchestrate the assassination of 46-year-old Ukrainian soldier Serhiy Shalayev, a deserter from the front line. Additionally, the 40-year-old is said to have been involved in the murder of Ukrainian nationalist politician Irina Farion, who was killed outside her home in July last year. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you have not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.